Welcome to AFL Outsiders, brought to you by AFL FanZone.
Hey there, AFL fans and football fans. We got the Week 12 AFL FanZone Game of the Week preview as the 9-2 Philadelphia Soul head out to the desert to face the 8-3 Arizona Rattlers this Friday on 6/17 at the Talking Stick Resort Arena. The Arizona Rattlers lead the series 6-1. What to watch for? Number 1, seeding. Friday's game in Arizona will have a heavy influence on this year's playoff seeding. These teams are atop of their respective divisions. Philadelphia won Game 1 between the teams, so a loss by Arizona puts the Soul 2 games up on the tiebreaker for the number 1 seed. Number 2, it's the return of ESPN2. This game being on ESPN2 marks the beginning of the stretch run in the Arena Football League. Every year around this time, ESPN2 returns to broadcast games for the rest of the season. This means that we're getting close to playoff time, with each game holding more and more weight. Number 3, Rattlers versus Davila. The league's best 2 quarterbacks face off in the desert as the Soul's quarterback, Dan Rattlers, leads the league in 4 of the 10 top quarterback categories: wins, completion percentage, yards per attempt, and fumbles. While the Rattlers' Nick Davila leads in 3 of them: touchdowns, passer rating, and fumbles. Stats that matter. Number 1. Is the run game going to be a factor? Only 3 teams have a fullback with more than 50 carries, while the next closest is 17. Michael Benson and Jeremy Richardson combined for 113 carries, 318 yards, and 26 touchdowns. Number 2. 2 of the top 5 all-purpose players in the league play for Arizona. They have Rod Windsor with 1,312 all-purpose yards and Anthony Amos, who has 1,118 yards. Number 3. Philadelphia leads the league in points per game average on the road, scoring almost 68 points per game, while Arizona leads in scoring defense at home, giving up only 33.5 points. What it means: if Arizona wins this game, they close the gap for the number 1 seed by splitting the season series with Philadelphia and tying the overall record at 9-3. Philadelphia will turn into Jacksonville fans this week because a win by Orlando puts the Preds atop the conference if Philly ends up losing. If Philly wins, they stay atop the American Conference at 10-2 with 2 bye weeks coming in the final 6 weeks and only 1 more game against a team with a winning record. Arizona would drop to 8-4 and leave the door open for a late push by Cleveland, while also essentially losing out on the number 1 seed unless Philly or Orlando lose 3 of their final 4 games. Bottom line, this game looks to be high octane, quintessential Arena Football League ball game with 2 of the top gunslingers the AFL has to offer in Rattlers and Davila. You got Darius Reynolds and Rod Windsor, 2 of the more physical wide receivers in the game, which will be important with how deep both secondaries are in this matchup. I'm so glad this game is on ESPN2 this week. The storylines are aplenty. Kevin Guy versus Clint Dozell, Rattlers versus Davila, Benson versus Richardson, Windsor versus Reynolds. You cannot miss this matchup on Friday night. But I've said it from day one, I believe this is Philadelphia's year. There's too much talent on the field for Coach Dozell, and I truly believe this is Arena Bowl preview. But of course, there's always a but. I got Arizona winning this one. I think they make one more play this week, late in the 4th quarter, and I have them winning 67-66. The rest of the Week 12 games are all on Saturday, with Orlando at Jacksonville at 7 p.m. on CBS Sportsnet. I think Orlando's magic runs out. I got Jacksonville winning 52-49. Los Angeles at Tampa Bay, 7:30 on ESPN3. I cannot wait for this one, as I will be attending this one, so make sure you tune in next week, as I'll definitely have some footage from that, some pictures, some video. But I think LA is going to go in and take care of business. I got LA winning 45-31. And the last game of the week is the Cleveland Gladiators at the Portland Steel at 10 p.m. on ESPN3. I might be going out on a limb here, but I got Portland winning 55-52. I think Shane Austin's playing a lot better. He had an amazing game last week in Arizona. Cleveland just doesn't seem to be clicking on the road right now. So I got Portland winning 55-52 to close out the week. So that's it. Hope you guys are able to catch some of these games this weekend. Make sure you guys tune in on Tuesday for the Tuesday evening quarterback, and I will catch you next week. Take it easy. Hello to all you Arena League football fans out there. I want to personally welcome you to join us, AFL FanZone, every Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for a weekly recap of all things AFL. You got stuff to do on the weekends, which means you probably don't have time to sit down and watch every single game every week. That's where AFL FanZone comes in. Not only do we break down the week, but we provide you with everything you need to stay up to date with the AFL, including Players of the Week, Power Rankings, and the weekly standings. Best part is, the recap is fully interactive between the viewers and the host. Just search AFL FanZone on YouTube and you can find all of our archived videos, including game previews, recaps, and weekly updates. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and at our website at www.aflfanzone.com. AFL FanZone, your internet home for the best AFL fans.